Hi Linda, this is the taping that I did for you today, or some parts of it. So it's a medial glide that we want to do. So if you push on the edge of your kneecap, you push it across that way, just gently. And if you can see, my kneecap moves that way, and that's what we want. So when you dislocate your kneecap, usually the ligament just here is stretched or torn, and the knee just wants to sit more out this way, more laterally. Then these structures here get tight and kind of hold it there, and it doesn't track in the groove where it should on the femur. So we get this across, and it starts to track a lot better and takes a lot of pressure out of here and less pain for you. So you pop a towel, a rolled up towel or a pillow underneath, just so your leg's not totally straight. So I've got about that much bend. And we're just measuring, so I'm going pretty much the side of my knee across to the other side. Or you can think about 3 times the width of your kneecap. So that's 1, 2, 3 there. And I cut that off, fold it up, and just round the edges, because it's the edges that come off, or it's on the corners that comes off earlier. And what we want here, you coil this up like that, so you can peel this edge off like that. And the first 1 inch or so doesn't have any stretch, so we just lay that down. So I'll lay that down on the side of my knee. There. Then I'll pull this up until there's about 1 inch that's not being pulled on. And I come across the back here and I push my kneecap across. So I'm pushing it across this way. I'm pulling that, so that's 100% stretch, about 75%. I plonk it down on the other side of the knee. And then with no stretch, I just lay that down. So that'll constantly give this glide through there. Okay. If you feel you need to, you can do another one, a little bit lower down. Another piece over here as well. The other thing I did was for the fibula head. So the fibula moving through here, the bone here, when we move your leg, the fibula actually makes this kind of motion here. Or if we move the foot, the fibula does this kind of swivel. So for you, it helped when the fibula head was pushed forward that way, which usually does for knee bending. So I'm gonna start this. If you can see, so about 1/3 of the back of my knee. So not in the crease, just under the crease of my knee. I'm gonna make it as long as the front of my shin. Round off that edge again. And this part is best done with your leg just sitting off the edge like that, but it's a bit hard to see for the camera. So I'll just keep my leg bent, so you need the leg bent here to do it. So I peel for the same thing, so I coil it up, roll that edge off, about 1 inch, no stretch. So I'll pop that behind the lower part of my calf here. And I roll it off to about another inch to go. I grab here, and I then push the bone that way. So I push it around and I pull that's 100% stretch, about 75 to 90. Then I lay that down on the front of my shin, and then I just let that recoil and just lay that down. So there's no stretch on here. There's no stretch on here, but this part's about 75 to 90% stretch. Then there's no stretch here, about 75, can be up to 90% too. And then no stretch on this part too.